I would like to review lessons 1.1 through 1.3 in the Go Math series. This is the first year that this class has had it, so it's a little slow going here at the beginning, but I was hoping that parents and others that are watching the children could maybe make sure that they're using the right words when they're going over homework with them. So in the first lesson we were talking about what the value of every digit was, and we used models to help at the beginning. And what we talked about was that this small cube was worth 1 unit, and then this rod or a long was worth 10, and that it would have 10 units or cubes inside of it. And then from there we had a flat, and a flat would actually be worth 100. And then the cube, the larger cube, was worth 1,000. Now each of these is 10 times the value before it. So 1 times 10 is going to give me 10. 10 times 10 is going to give me 100, and 100 times 10 is going to give me 1,000. So each place value is 10 times the value before it. Then we also started talking about what the value of each digit was. And many of the kids didn't understand that a digit was one number. And so you will see that in the future with their homework. So in this one, I would like to know the value of the digit 6. And one thing I told them is that you could write the digit below and then count how many place values are after it. Well, there are 2, so I need 2 zeros to take care of those place values. And so then you can see that the 6 is really worth 600. It's in the hundreds place, and so there are 6 hundreds in that place value. Another example, what's the value of this digit 2? Well, I see that it's in the hundred thousands place, and so I see that there are actually 2 hundred thousands, and that's what it would be worth. But for some of the kids, they don't quite see that yet, so I told them to write the 2 right below it. You can count how many place values are after it and make sure you have that many zeros to take care of the place value, or write it right below each one so that you know it's been taken care of. And so then I know the digit 2 is worth 200,000. The second lesson, lesson 1.2, was on reading and writing numbers, and many of the students this year are having a hard time actually grouping them by a period. And so this first one, I tell them, well, just look at those 3 digits. This is the thousands period, and so just read it like it's a 3-digit number, and they should be saying 394 and avoiding saying and. Many of us growing up had said 394, but in 4th grade that and actually means a decimal point, so I'm very strict on making sure that they don't say it. So they really should group it and say the thousands period first, 394, the comma means to say thousand, and then you say the ones period, which would be 621. Again, grouping it does make it easier and less overwhelming. Many of them forget to do that, and they have a hard time reading them then, and then in turn they have a hard time writing them. So in this one we have 394,621. If I were to write this, I would start by grouping the 394 and just write it just like it is. 394, and making sure that you put a hyphen. I'm sorry it's hard to see there, but 94 has to have a hyphen in between. And you have to write out 1,000, and after the 1,000 the kids should know to put a comma. From there we need to do our ones period and write out 621. And again, putting a hyphen between your 20 and 1. The last lesson that we just started today was just comparing numbers using the largest value. And so in this example, I'm going to look at the largest values, which are the thousands place. And I can't compare them because they are the same. So then I try the hundreds place. Again, I cannot compare them because they are the same. Then I look at my tens, and I see that I have a 3 and a 4, and they are different digits. So my choices are less than, greater than, or equal to. I do see that the 3 is less than 4, and so I want the tiny tip to be closer to the smaller digit. So overall, 6,239 is less than 6,246. Again, with the next example, compare the largest digit. I cannot compare the 10,000s place because they are the same. So I move down. Can I compare the thousands? I can, so that makes it easy. I asked the kids, would you rather have 7,000 or would you rather have 9,000? Most of them should say 9,000, and that's the greater value. And so then you can compare it from there. I hope this helps, and in the future I'll be posting more videos. If you have questions, feel free to email me or call anytime.